sake. It's a duck. It's a tax. Whenever I wonder why I have an aversion to worldly wealth, I remember that I simply do not want to win an entirely rigged game. Contrary to popular belief, ignorance is not bliss. We will one day all be held accountable for those things we choose not to learn about. Our heartfelt motivations for remaining stupid regarding certain issues will be of paramount importance. Get ready, folks, while you have a little window of opportunity. Get ready for Judgment Day and help others to be ready. You don't want anybody else's blood on your hands or heads. That's a metaphor for where they go from here. It's about salvation, eternal salvation. You're going to go to a world that's worth living in, or you're going to be stuck down below with the likes of Hitler and Jeffrey Dahmer and Charles Manson thumping you on the head day and night, telling you to work faster, punching you in the mouth, knocking your teeth out. You want to go there? You better try. You've got to try. You've got to make a deliberate, prayerful, pray to God for the right opinions on stuff. You'll get them. You'll get them, and you better embrace them. As traumatic as it is, how much it changes the way you've been thinking your whole life. You may have been living in darkness. Doesn't matter. It's traumatic to learn the truth, yes, but turn the light on, and your pupils will adjust to the light. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, your soul, your conscience will adjust. It's a little tiny iota of faith to believe that God's in charge, the good guys are going to win. I've got to believe that. Okay, I'd go stark raving mad if I didn't have an iota of faith. You've got to have a modicum, a little tiny bit, a scintilla of faith. That's all. To know that God's will is going to be established on earth. The only question is when. And a lot of people really, like myself, believe we are at the precipice. It is at the door. We're down to the wire, my friends, because knowledge is reaching a critical mass. It's something the evildoers, elitists, hypocrites cannot stop. It has that snowball effect thing where knowledge is spreading. Everybody's going to come to the same conclusions I have and be empowered and speak truth to power and properly, effectively parent these people that need to be parent, these top politicians, the money printing class, the Labor Department, and say, no, we're your boss. We're your master. We're your employers. You'll do what we the people say. We the people at large, unified, good socialists, good capitalists, good Democrats, good Republicans, good conservatives, good liberals. We're coming for you. And we're going to tell you the score and how it's going to be because God has empowered us to do that through knowledge. We're taking over. God is taking over through us. This is how it's going to be. This is a new age we're entering. Out with the old, in with the new. Justice upon the earth. Righteousness the rule of the day. Man, when you see just how duped we've been, okay, and even if you yourself are financially well-heeled, okay, other people aren't. Plenty of others, billions of others. And that's a lack of justice. That's injustice. It's immoral. It's wrong. It's unethical. It is ungodly. And then we're going to say this is progress. We're going to stand before God and say, well, we tried, but I guess we were just incompetent. Is that it? And we thought we could trust these educated people to run the show right and be ethical. I mean, aren't they educated in ethics and importance? I mean, they may not have broken the law technically, but, I guess it was immoral and unethical and ungodly, and it had a very deleterious effect on the public at large. But I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just trying to fit in here. I thought it was common sense and pragmatic to just accept the establishment the way it is on its face and tell myself rationalize somehow it all makes sense. I care about everybody. I'm always saying I'm my enemy's best friend. Okay, because I'm not condemning anyone, but I am excoriating evil people. If you're choosing ignorance, that's willful ignorance, willful stupidity, and you'll stand before God and you'll justify that. How are you going to justify being stupid? Okay, and saying, well, that's okay because I was just trying to get ahead and it's just business, nothing personal, and I can't worry about others so they're not as strong as me. Well, just do what I do. Oh, is that going to work? Can everybody do what you do? How's that going to work? Everybody wants to be a landlord. How's that going to work? Pray tell. Explain. Elaborate. Qualify that statement. The way the individual and the collective society thinks, speaks, and acts towards womankind is a reflection of the way we think, speak, and act toward God Almighty. The same paradigm holds true for the male of the species. That's right. We should be building each other up. If you're a woman, build up the male of the species. Men, the males should build up the female of the species. I mean, this is it. We've got to vaunt each other, exalt each other, and we'll see each other start expanding and growing and becoming better. Okay? And we'll be able to do a lot more if we're united as, our different genders. I mean, opposites attract. It's the most natural thing in the world. It's a beautiful thing. But we shouldn't be belittling each other, dragging each other down. We should understand and be sensitive to each other. I mean, it's not just women that have body image issues, ladies. Oh, I'm too small up top. Well, you ever consider how many guys out there feel, well, I'm too small down there, or something? I mean, I'm just saying that men are no different from women in that regard. We all have body image issues, okay? And we could take those to God, but that's a natural form of suffering that we all experience. It's stupid. We shouldn't care. It's just a body. It's just, well, it's my car. It's what God gave me. I can't do much about it. Although people try to do something about it all the time. I mean, I've thought of doing some things. Yeah, you know what? I mean, this is the way I was born, but then my parents altered me, and, can I go back? Can I do surgery? And, have it the way God intended it to be and all that. I mean, I wonder those things. But I don't like cosmetic surgery any more than the next guy. And that's what it amounts to, appearances. So it's not functionality that we're talking about. We're talking about self-consciousness and stuff like that. But we've got to be sensitive to each other. Ladies, you should be sensitive to men. I mean, haven't men been belittled enough through history? And we belittle ourselves all the time. Look at how stupid we could be. Okay, but you got to help us to not be stupid, okay? And be respectful. We like to be respected, and we like sensitivity too. We want our dignity. We all have pride and that machismo. I mean, you value us for a lot of things that are really important, right? I mean, we're really good to have around, aren't we? So, I mean, value us and let that reflect in your attitude toward men. And I would say the same advice for women. That for men, that we've got to see all that the women do for us in society. How lucky we are to have them. How devoid of joy the world would be without the female of the species. God's finest creation, His crowning glory. Who could deny it? That's it, man. I mean, good God Almighty, look at this creature. Perfect. I mean, it's like men. God asked men. Well, how would you design her? Okay, tell me what to change here and there. Like custom design, perfect down to the smallest detail. That's how the female was made. To titillate, to excite men, so that they're irresistible, they're perfect. They smell nice, they look nice. I mean, they're irresistibly attractive. It's the way it is. It's just like magnets coming together, right? It's just like the electrical currents, working to give great power. Magnetism. It's the same thing. The male-female thing. It's that kind of power. The power of conception. I mean, talk about a spark. The spark of life starting. It's so beautiful the way God made things. He's not stupid. I mean, He knew what He was doing. I don't know, it might be the same way. Maybe women design men down to their specifications. God said, well, ladies, how do you want this guy to look? What do you want me to do here and there? And so He came up with the man. That's why I'm opposed to, people altering their sons at birth. I don't think that's right. You know what I'm referring to. I don't need to go into detail. But I think it would be only fair and right and proper to let somebody be of age, the age of consent, to decide, whether or not to, essentially sexually mutilate them. Okay, that's the way God made it, and then we're going to change it, make it better. It's stupid. Why? I mean, yeah, hearsay. It's better for the ladies for some reason. I don't know if that. I'm not a lady, so I can't really tell you. But maybe that's why this tradition has carried on. It's getting to be a dwindling percentage, though. But you get my point, right? That we all suffer with body image issues, and we should be sensitive to each other about those. That men have just as many issues as the ladies. We can all be vain. The trick is mostly, men need to imagine themselves as women. Really, the whole shebang. I mean, how serious sex would be. I mean, for me, I think, God almighty, I probably wouldn't have anything to do with men. I think, you expect me to push a baby out there because of you got a desire to do me? No thanks, buddy. Stay away. I get that. That's why men have no business forcing themselves on women. I'm totally opposed to forced sex on women. No way, man. That's not okay ever. It's an act of violence, really. It really is immoral, wrong, ungodly. You forget the laws of man. I mean, that's against God's law. You can't do that, man. If I was a woman, I always pack heat. I mean, all the ladies, I would mandate that every woman on earth has to pack heat. Yet they're the least violent, the least ones to want to pack heat. It's crazy. But an equalizer is what that is. They say you stay the hell away. Keep your hands off of me. You don't want that guy. You gonna force himself on you, force you, and you end up pregnant, and you're afraid to death. I mean, if I was a woman, oh my God. I mean, I'm a petite woman maybe, and the idea of pushing a baby out, and I'm totally opposed to abortion. Maybe. I mean, it's you understand. I mean, it's wrong. So the ladies have to reserve that right. It's the only right thing in the sight of God and man. Okay, that's why they have more power than men. This is why girls rule. Okay? Because of that one reason. These are the baby makers. The female of the species has to be exalted and respected in that way. And we do. Even the natural laws, the natural order dictate that. Women and children off the sinking ship first, of course. Without them, I mean, the species would fail to procreate. Would go extinct. That's the power the female has. So yes, women are rightfully exalted, and they are precious. I mean, they're luscious. I just, God Almighty, such a beautiful thing. The female. What better? I mean, you ladies, you're delightful. I love you all so much. God, sometimes I just wish I could take every single woman out there that wants a husband and say, come on, I mean, any woman, if she's healthy looking, she's beautiful. I don't care what, she thinks she's not pretty. Some of those women are the prettiest ones. They think they're average or below average, but when they look healthy, to me, they're irresistibly attractive. I really mean that because of that humility, that humbleness that they get too when they think that they're not as pretty as another woman. It's so beautiful. These humble women, the contrition and just the humility, it's irresistibly beautiful. I mean, they're female. I mean, the female she's orgasmic, she's ecstatic, she's the ultimate. She's thrilling and enthralling. She's just everything. She's the ocean that men want as a fish, to compare a man to a fish that they need to swim in. And without a woman in their lives to cuddle, to hold, and yes, often to make love to, is akin to a fish not having an ocean. Sure, he might have a pond or a stream, maybe a river, a lake, but he knows that he's not satisfied. It's not. I want to be free completely. I don't want any boundaries. I want the open ocean, the open sea, unlimited potential. Behind every great man is what? A woman. And that's what I want, is a woman That's what every man really wants, ladies. They want you. They want a lady. They want one lady, one man, one woman. They want to go through eternity with you. They want a beloved. Okay, it's the most powerful desire ever in human history. It's the only thing more powerful than money, really, in this world, is the love thereof.